We asked you to join us in creating content, and your response has been overwhelming. Thank you. We now work one-on-one with our followers from around the world. I'm Clinton Lubber. Welcome to my classroom. Hey dphog, welcome to Classroom. Today we are having a look at Jason Pietroski's work. The three images that you sent in, quite interesting for me to have a look at this because most photographers have it the other way around. They get technically quite proficient, but they lack storytelling prowess. Now, when I look at your work, I'm assuming you've maybe got some background in film. You tell story quite well, or you capture story quite well in your images. Technically, I would want you to improve your images though. Let's start off with the sensei shot. And you need to build more drama, possibly with a rim light. The image seems technically too simple for this complex character. It's a very exact discipline that has taken this man many years to achieve, and I feel that that's not reflected in this quick capture of him. I'm looking for maybe some more intensity, and you can use one or two technical elements like a rim light just to amplify that intensity in this shot. Possibly coming from your post-production also, I would maybe want to see you just work a little bit on the background. Moving on to the shot in the car over here, this is where I'm sort of suggesting that maybe you've got a bit of a film background because your storytelling is cool, or you were shooting some behind the scenes on someone else's set. I'm hoping that it's your storytelling prowess, and I like it. It makes a good image. I would want to see a little bit more attention to the way she has been lit in this shot. It's balanced nicely because I'm seeing direct sunlight falling on the man's shoulder on the left-hand side, and I'm seeing deliberate lighting that's coming in obviously from another source on her face there. So I can see that someone knows what they're doing. It needs to be polished. This is maybe where your post-production comes in, but there's experience and skill lacking on some level. I would like to see a little bit more going into what you're doing on set and a little bit more going into your post-production of it. This image in particular, I feel is a post-production issue. I would want you to go in afterwards, and this highlight on the jacket that's in the sun over here on his shoulder, you got to bring that down a little bit because that's not the focus and it's stealing the show, that harsh highlight. So in your post-production, bring that down over there. The lady's face, in post, I would want you to go and have a look at the highlights and shadows on her face. This is short lighting, and short lighting you need to be very careful that it is clean on the shadow side. The two little highlights around about her mouth, between her nose and her mouth, there's two little highlights there that needs to just be cleaned up a little bit. If those two are cleaned up, then it's a lot more acceptable. It becomes a much better shot. So post-production will fix this one completely. Okay, so with the three ladies over here, I'm picking up some very cool light. It looks like 3000 Kelvin, and then I'm picking up some warmer light, some daylight also. So with that in mind, again, is why I'm saying that you may be on a short film set or something of that nature, because there's a lot of story going on over here. Technically though, the lighting for me is more suited to a film set where you're working with moving images. As a still image, I would have wanted to have been a little bit more precise over here. So I probably either would have shifted the lighting a little bit. I don't mind the mood. I can see everyone's in character. So there's some decent directing. Everyone that's on the set knows what's going on. There's a lot that's being done right. But as I said in the beginning, it's some technical fine tuning over here to make these images better still images. Once again, you could have done quite a bit in post-production to improve these images. And again, on set, maybe you can leave a comment afterwards to let me know if my assumption is right, that you may be shooting some stills on a short film set or something like that, because there's a lot of work going into these images. The refinement isn't there though for a stills image. Detail, detail, detail. I hope this has been of help to you today, and keep sending your images in, 3 images to info@clintonlubber.com, and hopefully we get around to you someday soon.